To give us some talk now on the Christian family, I would like to introduce first the father. The father is my professional ship captain, a businessman running about 8 companies. And the wife is the the finance director of the company. They have been in the BCTV for 13 years. Now they've been assigned to different services, but currently they are the chapter head of the Talisay chapter. So muna sila kamahan o ginahan sa Talisay chapter. They have 3 children. One is a grade 9, and si Candice, and Clive is just graduated, grade 12, first college na. And Carl, congratulations Carl, just graduated international studies, summa cum laude. Congrats Carl. So please welcome Brother Jen and Sis Gigi Paka and the sweet children.
Thank you, Robert. So, I'd like to call my family, Gigi, si Clyde, then Candice, Clark. So, ay hapon sa ito ang BCLP participants, pwede po mong maglingkod na. So, kami lang sa narinig si Gigi mo. So, yeah. Karong hapon na ginagawa about Christian family. Actually, as you know, I'm a seaman. So I was invited by BCBP before to talk about Christian family in Manila. Ito ay we're fine with all. Sa Pilipi lang yan, patungkol sa Manila, niya hotel na po kay Kailan. Doon siya po ay kailan pamilya na pamilya na so, muna ang title sa talk is about Christian family. Singular, dili family sa. Today is the feast. Yun siya nakasimba. Feast of John. Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. And last Friday, Yahweh other side. Congress passed on the 3rd reading the approval of involving participants. Divorce. Narabat yung interview kay nalipay sila kay nanay divorce. After Congress, this evil law, mato na ni sa Senate, niya, i-abolish ng Senate. Sigmapas na ni divorce. So, wala yung gawang dali. I just talk to you related politics before I start the talk. Because this is related. Divorce will kill the very foundation of the family, of the Filipino family. Okay, let me start by saying good afternoon to si Gigi Aron. So it will be an interactive talk. Yeah, the kids will talk later. No, okay, let me start. The well-being of the individual, of the person and both human and Christian society is closely bound up by the heavenly state and conjugal and family life. This is the pastoral constitution of the Church of the Modern World. Okay. Marriage and family are counted among the most precious of human possessions. Families are the basic units of human society. And it is being declared in our pastoral constitution that the well-being and the health of a person and human society is bound up, related sa ato ang pamilya. So, Family is a gift. So, a pleasant day to all atong mga participants, also our servants. Marriage and family are basic fabrics of our society, basic fragments of the human existence, and always a reflection of God's love and purpose of human lives. First word I'd like to introduce, basic fabric is letter C or communion, the word communion. Ganihan, in the homily of the priest, he always mentioned the communion. Kung sa may Bisaya ang communion, naghihusa, because we are in a community. Pope John Paul in Familias Consulti said, the Christian family constitute a specific revelation and legalization of Ecclesia's communion. For this reason, it can and it should be called a domestic church. Kanikulong pamilya is a church itself, domestic church, o sa simbahan. So, dili na nila lisod, ang paring ang amahan na yun, domestic church na. No? It's a domestic church. Our family is considered a church, simbahan, a congregation of people. In the early stage of creation, when God created man, the Lord said, it is not good for the man to be alone. You cannot procreate and make a suitable partner for you. This is Genesis 2:19. God wanted man to be happy and have a partner, to have marriage, procreate, multiply, and build the family to occupy the world. This is an institution created from God at the very start of the creation. He made it for it. He encouraged it. Huwag siya mayroon na magbuwag mo o mag-divorce mo. As in Matthew 19:5, for this reason, a man shall leave his father and mother and cling to his wife, and the two become one. We always came across these two definitions of wedding and marriage. Wedding is a binding of two hearts to become one, and wedding is a Christian ceremony to celebrate the marriage of love under the blessings of God. Thus they are no longer two, but one flesh. Therefore let no one separate what God has joined. And klaro kayo, not only God commanded for us to find the right partner for us, He also made rules clearly on how we should conduct each other in marriage. Okay, naman may kamay istorya ng marriage no? Sa may banang siman na rin ako, may banang siman na sa awak wala. Normally, when I was running my shipping companies, 50 ships, when I was vice president in Japan. Nang binuwag mo reklamo kaning nanay, ano man, na-million na yung anak, kaning pwede tayo na ma-million ba? Na-anak pa rin siya na itawa. But when his son find somebody, ma-million siya. Kaminyo niya, is mali pa yung unang letter na madawat sa opisina, reklamo, nga naman, ayang allotment, nga naman ba yung tingin sa una, 100,000 ito, siyempre, the rule itself, 80% of your salary should go to the wife, wala ko ito mama. Morning ako ang pangandama, because we have to marry, so I have to actually that when man find his partner, the two become one. They cannot be separated. Okay? So, the second letter or word that we would like to introduce, kanito nung duha, himuusapan siya. And therefore, no man separate as God has joined. So, ako, I'm praying ganyan, or ihagdan ko na minaw na para sa na third reading, signet hearing na sa para sa uban, then there will be divorce. So, just like I have to tell you the second word, second letter I'd like to introduce is letter H, which is something H. Husband. No, it's a head of the family. Okay, that is the head of the family, no, this is the father. Kita apa? Apabila Father's Day, head, husband. So, kay husband, hindi ko sulti ani. Akong pasulti ko, ang labo pa sa husband.
Good afternoon, brothers and sisters. Wives should be submissive to their husband, as if to the Lord, because the husband is the head of his wife, just as Christ is the head of his body, the church. Husbands, love your wives as Christ loved the church. He gave himself up for her. Husbands should love their wives as their own bodies. Ephesians chapter 5, 22, 25 to 28. We might think that the Bible is discriminating to love of wives. Why in the Bible it is expressly said that the wife should really submit to their husbands? Should this be true all the time? The wife could be in higher position in the society. A top politician, a lawyer, a top doctor, and a very rich person. Why should she submit to her husband, who could in the lesser position or jobless, less talented, and even from a poor family?
Ako lang i-explain. No? So, unang role, wag yung pingo ng Bible, okay? Wag yung pingo ng Bible, kung sa una. Ang unang, wives, submit to your husband. First, submit. Wag yun ang yung unang loving husband. Okay? Submit, but, yung na, love your wife as yourself, and love your husband. So, plano yun na, it's not too separate. Very, very clear. Ang iba sa ni Gigi, sa second, ako explain. What if kung dapat kayo mong asawa? Anak ko mga inchik. Ano may inchik na rin sa iba na lulunod? Nakiyap, nagpuntin na pig. O anak ko na Espanyol. Kita, kawalan ka. Hindi dahil nagbawi. Pamban sa tatak na may nagbawi. Okay, sir. No, pero kanang manindahin na nagbawi na atong asawa na ito. Musabit pagyapon itong asawa na ito. Ang ganda na itong asawa. Doktor mo na nakita, sekretary na sa klinik. Yes. Na muna sa ako na rin, good husband. Na yung asawa, sige, niligaw-yaw. How money dako, no? Dako, pag-ihaan asawa. No? And I'd like to introduce the next letter, which is R, respect. Okay, the next word is respect. Okay. Okay, in our earthly world, we might presume that whoever makes the bigger beacon, let's say Tao, will be always be the bigger voice in the melody. No, so ato ang sample na rin na posibilidad, siya may murag iso-iso, no? Siya ay murag tato sa pamilya, no? Atong presumption na rin, no? Mauisiga, iso, doon yung tao ni Uban. Because one who has more will be arrogant and good enough to think na kung mabuhat ka, pag-divorce, bahala na. Labi na, mulusot ng divorce. Total, ako'y nagong sweldo ni mo. Maulit ang ato ang action. But the submission and love God was talking about has no room for separation. Do you think you're not really? For the wife does not rule over her own body, but the husband does. Likewise, the husband does not rule over his own body, but the wife does. 1 Corinthians chapter 7, 4. Okay. Halina po sa next word, which is respect. Respeto. Isa dun sa mga society na ang respeto. Husband shall love and respect his wife as his own body. Physically, you could be two bodies at different works, different functions, different economical and financial capacities. The production of two bodies are considered one. Mathematically, be united rather than divided. Trabaho ang husband rin, negosyo ang asawa nito, and both of them have the rights to each other works and their activities. Let us expound this word respect. Kami respeto. Kami, sabi ni Espiritu na sa mag-asawa, one talk, one will listen. No? Di pwede, di kayo musulti, ako siya musulti, patay. Di siya pwede, parehas natin musulti. Ano siya example? Na mag-asawa ka inana, yes, Daddy. Si Luluan ito katawa. So, I'm sure hindi mo ako sambol sa ating iba. So, one talk and one listen. Okay. Next letter, which is intimate, letter I. The intimate partnership of man and love have been established by the Creator and qualified by laws, and rooted to the conjugal covenant and irrevocable personal contact. It is in Leviticus specs 48. I've been sailing around the world. Kabaw na muna si Manuel sa kapatid na Episode 27. Na sa una, mula sa una, itong mga kita, karoon mo na ko Bromelias. Mas Alvarado. So, we have a saying on Lord, kung pinangagas Ginoo, He will always give you a good life. Kami, mas mag-istorya rin sa mga may pinangagas Ginoo, pagkadaan ka asawa mo ayaw. Just imagine kung siya yung problema mo kung kami overseas na ang asawa mo, grabe kayo this is a problem for overseas workers. They will find a very Christian wife. Ito pa, yung na asawa.
For the wife of an overseas worker, it also demanded a lot of patience, perseverance, loyalty, love, and a lot of prayers. Though when an OFW need a lot of money and send it at home. But the wife's role is an easy task. One could be a father and a mother. At the same time, implementing discipline of a father and caring love of a mother at the same time. A wife of lesser qualities and of lesser prayers would end up in a pitfall of losing marriages and even losing the family.
I do believe our partners are always being given by heaven. And my wife have two different personalities. Ako, kanya mo ay matangay, isog, no? Ako mas isog siya times ko. This difference made a significant ingredient for us to last more than 23 years. I used to be ship captain, as I told you, and I command people, 32. In the ship, we have no police, no judge, magsubagay. Ang dako limog na ko, talawan, yung dagat, ilabay sa ako. Most of the times, I run my family like running my ship. This is my dilemma. Since I became a captain at a very early age, 10 months na ng contract. Hindi ka ulit na ako, mura na sa na-start ko, usyagin ka, kapit. Because we're trained like that. Espanyol na ito, sa una na isip na nila sa bullshit, kabawin na sa Espanyol na istorya na ito, iso. So, when we run our family, it's just like that. It's the upbringing. Niya nakalimutan ka, nasinggahan ako, natuotang, naklasbar ko, patay ka, general. Kaya ako kapitan ako, general man siya. No? So,
Riddin sometimes forget he is no longer at the ship, and he is no longer the captain he used to be. Kung sa barko ka, kapitan ko, kapitan ka. Hindi sa iyo ka, general ko. I wish I could do that. I cannot imagine if I would say that followed by actions. For sure, that Rodin would push for his ways and would have ended fighting or separating. But in reality, I always submit to his desires, plans in our family, career and business plans, and I told wife would only ask the detail of his plan, but never in my life. I disrespected his decision.
The Bible says that a husband shall love his submissive wife. But in a pre-BCE era, where our morality is always way left and right, and tempted by the older whispers of other persona, a submissive wife would be a bad signal for abusive and immoral husband. At a time, instead of giving more love to my wife, I abuse self-sufficient with a lack of infidelities, womanizing, almost break our marriage. If not for the forgiving heart of my wife, Gigi, this opens the rare combination of qualities and submissive, forgiving wife, our marriage could have ended a long time ago. So this is what I tell you, brothers and sisters. That wife is a gift. Isang husband is a gift. Your partner is a gift. Dili pwedeng red niya, dili pwedeng patas niya, plaza, dili pwedeng. No? Because there's always be a point for you to sacrifice. And this is next in our talk. What is sacrifices on our group?
Let me introduce the next letter, S. Sacrifices. God the Holy Spirit, give me a forgiving heart for the sake of our marriage and for the sake of our children. We had to stay together and slowly we continued our devotions to God. In 2011, to Westford Rise, Rodin showed me a different attitude, and he was attending a breakfast fellowship at the BCDB North, Cebu. And then persuaded me to join together the Christian Life Program or the BCDB Talisay in 2012. So like this, Ariyaani. God made the marriage state a beginning and foundation of human society. But marriage, at times, would make sacrifices, such as display of sacrifices save our marriage and save our family and our 3 children. Carl Horton is 22, Clive 18, and Candace 15 now.
Okay, BCDB has become our race. Sige, away, almost magbuwag, no? But sadly, an invitation from my friend sa Kamdala at let me attend a Robinson BCDB breakfast. Yan po, sa ito mag-inom ng bro, kabay, 7:30 man, 7:30. That is where I discovered BCDB. Wakang ko makakitaan tayo sa BCDB North, ako sa una. So, breakfaster of what I joined the CL3 of BCDB Talisay. We are now very active in BCDB, and this is where we found as a family our strength, because this is a community that we are really demanding. The last letter I'd like to introduce as a young couple of BCDB is the letter T. It's called Teaching to the Kids. As we consider family as a domestic church. Catechism of the Church 2206, it says, the family is a privileged community called to achieve a sharing of thought and common deliberation by the spouses, as well as the inner cooperation as parents in the children's upbringing.
Many ask us how we raise our children. We always say forget to have and change to love. Pray and pray, We ask God blessings every day and protection for them.
You know, my kids are here, so we are the major victim of typhoon. And the time that we lost few millions of pesos, this is our farm in Pandan, Antuna. It's totally damaged. Our farm in Simona also totally damaged. That the same day, we distributed food to our neighbors. And the children asked them, ano mga hanggang ng pagkakaroon na nagkamit na damage? So it is about heart because mas daghan na silang damage kaysa tuwa. No? Daghan silang damage kaysa tuwa. So I always tell my kids, this is the thing that we should do. During to them, we still distribute and giving. We teach them what is generosity all about, even at the peak of our down times. These are the transformation people were there and we always distribute. Now, if we have this family culture, 17 years na of giving, kada Christmas, aside from calamities. No, so, aside from that, we teach our kids about real life. No, pagkakaroon nila i-apply ng lanos ng manok, ang umiyapaw, na buha sa mga saging, na tendency na ikaw din yung saging, gusto ng dami, sila yung nagtuba ka na. So, and because we have to teach what is life all about. Generosity and life all about. Most of all, we teach about that. Everything is owned by God. We are not the owner, but we are only stewards. So, kita na mo doon sa atin, kamay ba? Kita ko na lang, no? Ako, di na ko sa nakutihan. Nalagay sa bahay. And I introduce you the 6 letters. C, communion, the head, the respect, the intimate, sacrifice, and the teaching. And it is also of Christ. Christ is in our midst. Muna ng family, we are here. So, mapag-iingon ni Chichi. Alam mo, as with my kids right now, they're now successful in school, no? They ask us how. Kinusama ninyong pagpadako ang inyong anak when it comes to book. You should raise your child like this, na kay manual niya na inyong inanda. Kamuhanin ka ng parenting sa eskwelahan. They will teach you on how to raise your kids. But raising our kids, I think this is my personal opinion, depends also how you are being raised. And it's not about how. It's not about how. It's about H is God. It's the B. It's the prayer. It's the prayer. No matter how good you are in raising your kids, you use American version, European version, yeah. 18 years old, you get out, yeah. No matter it will not work because you will pray. It is only on this side. It is only on this side you can get the law. Okay? How is mortgage? You use the law and you will get the law. Ako, I'm very surprised the word mananagan sa Reserve Great City of Future. You know why? He asked me to talk today. This is being planned 3 months ago. But Carl, last Friday, the tweeted, sumabang na in USGR. Nobody knows na. 2 days later, I'll be talking here, we'll be talking here. Itanglan niya daan. You know, Herbert. Also, in February, Clyde went to Kuala Lumpur as Philippine representative of the business contest. And he won the product of the year and the best second place in best video. It is in Kuala Lumpur, Philippines. This is in February. 1 week before, no, 1 week before, what is that? May 16, Clyde did the hole-in-one and win 110,000 at Alcamista. Yan yung skipper sa niya. That is, brother, tingnan to. Iklano na a week after, I'll be talking here about family. No? Of course, a month before I went to Ireland, only Ireland teaching United Nations. So I am an United Nations teacher. It is I went to war. No, so to tell you how we are also separated, I believe I've been there for 2 weeks. No, so then here comes Candice, and it's a Candice guy. My only girl in BP in basketball. Yeah, and it's a Osuban. No, she used to be also very good in extracurricular activities. Nobody knows this one. Like in January 2024, when won 350,000 raffle. Was a communicable worker. No? So, we just very proud that our kids, through the prayers, went outside the country and represented the Philippines at different things. We have Carl went to Indonesia to join the United Nations membership. He was a partner in 2010. Candice represented Philippines in mathematics in Thailand in 2020, and Clyde represented the Philippines this year and won the product of the year best Jew in Malaysia in 2024. Isn't that amazing? You know, I just tell you this story. Carlos is my son that is used to be like a achiever. Carlos is his mix of duty, regular singing, dancing, and instrument. Clyde, at that time, kaulan mo ito umaga, malagay ang ligawan. So, for a parent's standpoint, you have this dilemma. What if this second son is not as talented as the eldest son? What if this your youngest dili siya as talented as papa, but he excelled in both? I find this as a person. Then suddenly, he excelled also in academics. So, Clyde also graduated with honors. That lang. A day after siya after na nakahuling with honors sa USGR. So, my dilemma is God, let me find ways for them to find their balance. Because as a parent, you must be very, very fair. And both three of them are very good. You say, you know, very na silang kanawan to the world there because we have our family band. Sila tanan musicians. Ako wife, ako ay singer. Ako ibaw naman ako ay manager. Ibaw siya na sila. So we have three C's, Clyde, Candice, and Carl. Today we will talk in a short kung say like experience as PCP kids. Ano PCP kids? 2011 countries of 13, and si Clark, GC. Kaya sa at least 1 year old, 2 year old pa sa least. Nag-save evidence ng gusto. Naskihin, bigyan mo na kaw. So, sige ko natin sa MP, naskihin. And Clyde, at that time was, I think, 5 or 6 years old. And we will talk for very short. And ako munang tawag doon, si Clyde ay naglaning kwarta. Ako rin nagkakaroon ng 110,000. Okay, let's give a warm applause of Clyde.
So, hello everyone, my name is Clive Papa, and I'm 18 years old. I'm the second son of Papa working in Nova Gigi, and my parents are what you call strict, kung makapalala mo, especially my dad. So, I would describe my dad as a disciplined and strong person, and my mother, a very supportive mother. Sometimes it feels like nagkumain na siya ng shit, and me and my brothers and sisters got more than me as crew members. In our family, we do everything together. We attend Santo Niño Masses every Friday, Sunday Masses, even pray the rosary every night. Before the pandemic, we always had a day together and went on outings. During the pandemic, we spent a lot of time together on our farms. We traveled to many Asian countries, several places in Europe, and explored different parts of the Philippines, always together. I often wonder, kung paano ko sa pagkagaling ko na ano permit magkuyog sa pamilya. Sometimes I wanted to do things on my own or hang out with my friends freely. And makiramdam ko din na muampo ako ni Lord every night na may makalaan ko na day or makalaan ko na with my friends, this and that. But thanks to these prayers, nagtapos ko because nakita isa ka time na if you guys know that we live in Naga, nanangin ko ni Mama na wanta po Naga Plaza, wala ko suti. So, my brother Carl and I started playing golf when I was about 5 years old. However, even though we were club members, our father never let us order food from the players' restaurants. Instead, he sent us to the Chinese restaurants where the Chinese golf workers and security guards ate. At first, we didn't understand why, because we saw our father spending a lot of money on food and drinks for his friends at the club. We thought it might be because of his high bills at this club. Just imagine, just two of us, my brother, eating from breakfast to dinner for 45 days of junior golf. But I think it was more than that. At the workers' restaurants, we bought simple and affordable food that made friends along the way with caddies, golf workers, and our parents explained later that they came from very poor families and wanted us to understand and respect people no matter their background. Golf has brought many blessings into my life. Besides being a champion multiple times, won expensive items and raffles, and made a hole in one last week at Alta Vista. To think, it isn't all about golf. I traveled to Malaysia to compete in different schools from different countries, and now to brag, I'm happy to say that I graduated just this month with honors. And I really believe that all these positive and wonderful blessings came from God. I believe God blesses us in many ways, and we should always remember to be grateful and respectful to everyone around us. So let me end my talk in a quote. In the end, it's not just about the trophies or prizes we win, but the respect and the kindness we show to others that truly define our. Thank you.
Thank you, Lai. And now we call Alice.
Pleasantly to all of you, I am Candace, 15 years old, and I am the youngest and only daughter of Baka family. Our family has many rules, some of which even surpass those at school. First, we have the sharing rule, which encourages generosity among us. Whenever any of us receives money, whether from family gifts, contest winnings, or from friends, we share a portion with each other. For instance, madawag ko 1,000. I share 250 with my brothers, 125 sila each. This rule helps strengthen our family sense of unity and sharing. Initially, the idea of sharing everything was a bit irritating. However, over time, naanad namin to the point where our parents no longer need to remind us. Now, it's second nature for us. For example, if Kuya Clyde wins a raffle at a local event, or Kuya Clyde receives money from his godparents, they share part of their winnings with me. But yeah, just last week, si Kuya Clyde, he won a prize of 100,000 at the golf tournament in Alta Vista. Masipag pa ni Mama at pag-ibaw mo. And naturally, I expected to receive my share, which would be 12,500 pesos. This tradition of sharing has truly strengthened our bonds as siblings. I am very grateful this rule was made. Second, another rule has a focus on continuous education. While many kids enjoy their entire summer vacation, we balance our time. We mix it up with fun and different classes such as speech classes, boxing, mathematics, and golf lessons. Lastly, growing up, we were always going to church, attending parties, going to someone's house to pray a very long rosary. Along the way, I met new kids and played with them while my parents were still praying. Growing up with the people whom I always see and talk with their kids, I realized my family was in a BCBP community and that I am a BCBP kid. My father also encouraged me to be kind and supportive, especially to classmates who might feel left out or rude, and shared them a friend in me, Utak kayo si Papa. Growing up as a BCBP kid has given me the advantage on how to gain respect and understand people. The BCBP community, they're like a family to me, and I have witnessed it. Whenever something happens, we pray very long prayers, bombarding heavens with requests. During summer, before, I remember I was always present in the Monday night intercessory prayer with my mom. I developed friendships and closeness to my BCBP titos and titas. I remember always going to Tita Dina and Tito Landa's house. There was a time na nakatulog ko niya, gugos ko niya, dala ko sa ng kwarto, and sige ko panginabot sa ilang ito. I remember the time na hanggang musod sa bawang, hanggang siya pa sa ilog. But anyways, I just want to say that I'm grateful for my parents being a part of the BCBP community. Because ever since I was a little kid, it made me feel like I have a very big, loving family. No family is perfect. We argue and we fight. We even stop talking to each other at times, but in the end, family is family. The love will always be there. Thank you.
Okay, lastly, to almost our closing talk is Carl Arden, who graduated International Studies 2 days ago. And I never said this talk, I never asked kung saan yung insulti. So I don't know kung saan yung insulti rin. And then to Paul Carl.
Ayaw dito titas. Moto sa ating Panginoon ni Papa na wala din siya ibaw sa isulti niya rin. Pwede po, if mapunan sa kong Gcash, makaharap mo sa television TV. Pero joke lang. Siguro ba, Bisaya ko, sa mga part English, kaya gusto ko nga mas makasama mo sa ako ibatik o sa akong sabihin akong idea kung sa hindi ang BCBP. As the eldest son of Papa Eugene and Mama Gigi, kulit-kulit ko nila since bata pa ako sa BCBP community. Pupunta, kaya nara sa insights na makuha sa akong pag-story. So, my name is Carl Arden Papa, Rosal Papa. I am 22 years old and I am the eldest of the siblings. Before I start, I want to humble myself before all of you because I believe I don't have the proper qualifications to share some insights, considering that all of you here are professionals and have actually experienced more of the joys and pains in life. So I'll take a very respectful bow in you, and I just hope that Mona, alam mo yung makakalong na insights, di ka na po na dapat pa. Honestly, I am sure I still have much to learn. However, let me speak the truth about my life and family. Technically, I'm going to share my perspective in our Christian family setup. So, the word emphasized here is our Christian family setup. Kaya lahat ng pamilya, wala ang mga setup sa mga pamilya. And hopefully, I can spark invaluable realizations inside your hearts and minds. Proverbs chapter 6, verses 22 to 22 states, "My son, keep your father's command and do not forsake your mother's teaching. Bind them always on your heart, fasten them around your neck. When you walk, they will guide you. When you sleep, they will watch over you. When you awake, they will speak to you. Ladies and gentlemen, there are times that I tend to showcase pride. Sometimes I do not see the value of my father's commands, since I find it extreme and too traditional. And most of the time, I disregard my mother's teachings, since I feel like it does not conform with my ways. However, in every loss and sorrow that I feel, I regret. I always tend to find myself re-examining the beliefs and instructions that they have always reminded me of. Titos and titas, there is power in honoring and obeying your parents, and I am a witness of this power. It is only through this that God will bless you, given that your parents are God's gifts, and God's gifts are meant to be taken care of and respected. My challenge for all the people who are here right now is then to try to love your parents as you love yourself and as you love your friends. Because most of the time, kaya makaingon na ng tana na halimbawa ka ng bangka, respetar o dudududok sa uban, pero sa imong kaugalingang ginikaran na makulit-kulit mo kay dinidanin mo kaya. A good son or daughter knows how to embrace their parents as God-given gifts. And mind you, to embrace is to understand, even though sometimes they cannot be understood. To embrace is to accept and empathize as if we are in their shoes, even though sometimes they should be kayo sila sabton ko. And it's the truth yun, kaya makalimot ka na dili na kita na ay problema o obligasyon. Pero siya po, and I'm sure, all the parents here right now, napimuhay ninyong problema, sakit sa kalpasan, kung sa kanan, and we are all struggling. Manakas anak, ako po nag-recognize na kamo, tao ko mo, makafeel ko mga ingani. And it is the real thing ba kaya? And God knows, it is the truth ba na makalimutan na hindi na kita ang mga problema o obligasyon na kakapon. And God knows kung sa inyong mga kisakripisyo para magaan ng manuksakong alaga sa tagsa-tagsa ng kinabuhi. I know some of us here may find it hard to do such, but it is through this genuine struggle that the Lord sees and rewards us. Thus, honor your parents with all your hearts, so God may constantly bless you with all your endeavors. Kaya napakita man ka na lihamingan mo ang regalo sa iyo mo, malibay yung siguro siya sa iyo mga magma, maunanggaan kapagdaghan na regalo o grasya niya. But dito sa Nitas, I have realized that this is only the first step. The second step is to extend that love to your siblings, so in the future, you're also able to extend it to others. Matthew 5, verse 16 states, "Let your light shine before others that they may see your good deeds." As the eldest of the siblings, I have an obligation to guide and assist my brothers and sisters. I am my brother and sister. That's why I'm always setting an example to them. I'm the only one who can relate best man sa ilang debate, kay parihan ni mama ang papa, at ako ang naguna. So kahibaw ko daan sa kalisod ng kalimutan. Like what Candice told you a while ago, considering that we have different roles sa aming pamilya, parehas ang plano, baon sila sa school or ihatid sila, for example, every time na nag-ihatid ang opportunity na makastudya sa akong mga isun, I will always do my best to preach about life and God, because I don't want them to be misguided like they do today. Apparently, validation is the new God of today's generation. That's why ang uban, bisan-usan na ng tao ang buhaton para lang sa likes, para lang sa validation sa uban o sa kinsanan, which is human. Muna na yung makita sa TikTok, ibong nilang mo, this is very toxic sometimes, this is too much. It's because of the validation phenomenon na mo na anticipate sa kabatagunan karon na gusto sila ilan, kaya nagagyan mo lang sila Facebook, sila status, makina. Basin tungod po ni, wala po sila nakita dun sa importansya sa Ginoo nga sinalan, o siguro wala po sila papa or mama, or kuya or ate nga magkatabang kung dati na ubuyog sa dalan pagod sa Ginoo. That's why I asked a brother to them, ako yun ang mamunay o validate sa ilang mga debate. Kaya di ko gusto, for example, na si Curtis, at doon na naman siya sa iyang laki na buhay na sa friend o patabang sa iyang problema. That would be very dangerous. Kung sa pala mo hinuon na isuri sa iyang migo na lalaki, kung ano yung bata, wala mamunay ko sa mga nagsuot, kaya gusto ko mo set ng examples ko sa iya. And, pinagkaon ako sila, i-remind balik ang instructions ni Papa o ang teachings ni Mama. That's simple. This is my form of sharing life, so eventually they could also share their lives to others. So to all the parents, ates, and kuyas out there, do your best to give life to your family members so they may also share it to others. Just like what my father said in the beginning of the talk, family daw is the basic unit of society, which is true. This means to create a fine society, to have a fine society, you first need to mold its basic unit, which is the family. So, mold your families and teach them the Word of God, and tell them the wisdom of honoring and loving each member, including God, because in this way, God will bless your families, and God will provide a strong, just, and righteous society for all of us. Thank you.
Si Carl Marco niya, kita sa ni Charles Dodo niya na manitaas niya yung sulti. Thank you. I'd just like to end. There are two challenges right now in our family. The pornography. Our kids, para sa mga kids na cellphone. We have internet at home. We have laptops at home in your own room. Laptops at phones. Hindi kagabi, if they are not properly educated, and there's no morality, and they are not misleading kids, they will go to a website na way bayan na binuang na ang school. So that's the challenge. Because the generous party access to technology is there. Second, is impending divorce rate. Ako na rin balik-balik ko. No? So that is the second challenge natin. Divorce bills. Unta, ay pamuntuan ng mga senador na ma-approve ng congressman. Okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, our brothers and sisters, I'd like to call once again my wife, Gigi, and we have Clara, Clyde, and Candice. Ladies na nag-training. So, nag-training yun sila doon. Kasi sila sa training. Ibawa na rin mo kami, mga lalaki na doon, yung mga babae na dito. So, okay, so thank you and good afternoon to all of you.
Talk 7 of the Brotherhood of Christian Businessmen and Professionals, BCBP, Talisi Cebu, delivered on May 26, 2024, focused on the theme Christians in the Marketplace. The talk was presented by Brother Rango, a prominent businessman who owns more than 10 hotels and companies specializing in interior design and construction. This talk was part of the Christian Life Program, CLP, specifically designed to address the role of Christians in professional and business settings. The essence of the talk emphasized several key principles: integration of faith and work. Christians are encouraged to integrate their faith into their professional lives, ensuring that their business practices reflect Christian values and ethics. This means conducting business with integrity, fairness, and a sense of responsibility towards employees, clients, and the community. Witnessing in the marketplace, BCBP advocates for its members to be witnesses of Christ in their workplaces. This involves leading by example, demonstrating Christian virtues such as honesty, humility, and compassion in all professional dealings. Influence and leadership. As business leaders, members of BCBP are urged to use their positions to influence positive change. This includes fostering a work environment that respects human dignity, promotes ethical behavior, and encourages the spiritual growth of employees, community, and support. the BCBP provides a supportive community for business professionals, offering resources and fellowship to help them navigate the challenges of integrating faith into their professional lives. This community support is crucial for maintaining spiritual growth and resilience in a competitive business environment. Brother Rongo's talk illustrated these principles through his own experiences as a successful businessman who has managed to maintain his Christian values while achieving professional success. His testimony served as an inspiration for other members to see their workplaces as arenas for living out their faith and making a difference.